Yeah, no, but the idea of the name, the changing, you got the Washington football team. They haven't settled on what they're going to be called. There's a bunch of different names. They all sound ridiculous. Every time a team name changes, it sounds ridiculous at first till it wears on you. And really, what's some other like silly names you think that should be changed just because they're ridiculous?
Yeah, the Spurs. The Spurs. That's a ridiculous name.
I'm saying the Montreal Canadiens. That's all I'm saying. The Canadiens. Where we at? We're in Canada. Let's call ourselves the Canadiens. Come on,
yeah.
Get some.
I like that. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I like the Washington football team. I think when I get a product, I want that product to tell me exactly what it does.
It's
so
like the Ford car.
Where are you from?
It's like the Ford car. I like
right.
it.
Well, right. Where are you from? Washington. What do you do? We're a football team. Perfect. I have no. What with San Antonio Spurs? I see where you're from. What are you?
Yeah, but if you're a former player, you say, "What'd you do for a living?" You say, "I was a Spur." You say, "What'd you do for a living?" You're from Washington football. You're like, "I was a Washington football player."
A football team. Okay, but look, tell me what. Hey, I don't even. You get a Spur. Like you get. How you gonna be a Spur? How's that going to be your mascot? You're going to be a Spur. You got to come up with a whole different thing.
You ever been back-kicked by a cowboy in a bar fight at a roadhouse? Then you'll understand how vicious a Spur is. Some of these guys, they sharpen those things. When you see a guy walking in, you have to assume that they're sharp. They're razor blades, basically. It's like an ostrich leg. You ever had somebody slap you beside the face with an ostrich leg? It'll drag across your face. I had to get surgery because of one time this woman I was dating slapped me. She had all kinds of like bird legs that she kept in a closet, and she would, you made her mad. Depends on how mad she got, the bigger the bird leg would come out. Even the chicken ones were rough, but when the emu ones, oh, that was the worst. You got an emu one. One time she got an emu one right in my crotch.
Well, it's got to be. They're like dinosaurs at that point. Like, big talons.
They're not like dinosaurs. Emus actually are dinosaurs. They're the only dinosaurs we have around.
You bring up a point, like with the bird leg, it's the lady. She had the bird leg by itself, sitting on a bed, just sitting there. It isn't dangerous. Somebody has to pick it up and use it. A Spur, no matter how sharp it is, no matter how shiny it is, no matter how big it is, no matter how many of those tiny little pokey things it has around it, no matter how fast it spins, it's just a Spur. It's not gonna hurt you. If you're gonna be called the San Antonio back kicking Cowboys. That's one thing, because that's like a thing.
Yeah, it's an action. I get that, but no different than any animal. You go see
Miami
the
Hurricanes. A hurricane by itself is deadly and dangerous and powerful. A Spur by itself, it's nothing. Have you
ever been to the zoo?
You know what? You crumple up an aluminum can and you cut it. You break open an aluminum can. It's like a razor blade.
Have you ever been to
you're not around the San Antonio broken aluminum cans.
No. Have you ever been to the zoo and seen a tiger? You probably have, or a lion, or anything crazy that could kill you.
Yeah.
Did it kill you? No, it didn't.
Right.
Because it's not in the place where it's going to kill you. You got to hop the fence. Like some people do. I mean, you see guys hopping the fence.
Right.
And
they bring the tiger out on the field. Like when they do that, they have the tiger and they bring it out on the field.
But no, my point is you're talking about things in context that people understand. Like anyway, what were you going to say, Ricardo?
Oh, I'm just saying, you talk about things, like weird names, I mean, like New York Knickerbockers, you got a pair of pants. I'm not scared of pants. I never had fear of pants.
They're shorts.
They're short pants. You like short pants, like you see
culottes.
like the little preppy kids where the tennis camp or whatever they go to. I mean, I'm not scared of a knickerbocker. I mean, you just say, maybe if somebody was like choking me with a pair of pants,
You ever been slapped in the face with a pair of knickerbockers? Buckle.
To be honest, in life, I've never even seen a pair in real life. I don't even know if they actually exist or they ghosts or something. Or they just a rumor they used to have it. They're like the dodo. They disappeared many years ago.
They probably should have. Yeah, they're kind of like the Jinko of shorts.
Exactly. We should change the name of the New York Knickerbockers to like the New York, like high rises or something something.
The New York Daisy Dukes.
Oh yeah, that. Well, wait, no, hang on. If there's a girls' team, yeah. But,
I mean, what about the New York Jock Straps? That's what
why not?
The Jock Straps. Or, it would make more sense, seeing as the NBA team, they should be the New York Giants. Cause all them friggin' 6'7", 7'2",
right.
Guys over there. I mean, that's the Giants right there. That's a name change that we need, Because the Guardians, I mean, maybe they should have picked a different name, but it's time for a change. But the Knickerbockers, that's old timey too. We need to get that name changed too. That's all I'm saying.
The Lakers in L.A. What Lakes? They moved from
right.
Minnesota. The Jazz in Utah. Come on,
it doesn't make any sense, right? You got the New England Patriots, obviously, right? New England's not even a state. It's like 6 or 7 states. Like, what do they think they're doing?
They're like the only Patriots. That's what it's saying.
Where are they from? I don't even know where New England Patriots are. I forgot where they're from now. I don't even know what state they're based out of.
Can't you have more than one New England? Like, couldn't there be?
That's what I'm saying. It's confusing.
People would go and say, "This is our New England," like British Columbia. I mean, come on, it's not British. It's not Columbia.
Right.
It's Canada.
I mean, but there's a bunch of cocaine up there. I heard. I did.
It's expensive though. I've heard it's expensive.
Well, I mean, it's British cocaine. You don't hear much about that. But it's a different variety. I do not advocate the use of cocaine, but I'm saying that there is a lot there, and people get hooked. And if you are hooked on cocaine, please, do your best to get off.
Please stay in there all 9 innings, because we all know that's what makes baseball a better game.
Well, that's true, but I'm thinking of teams now. I mean, I'm just going through my head. I'm trying to think of all the teams I can think of, and I was thinking of dumb ones because there's a lot of those. But I also thought, I like the Washington football team. That's fine with me. Everybody seems to hate it, but you know what? I don't think anybody hates the Houston Texans. That's people just accept that as a name.
No, well,
what's the difference?
The ownership of Houston hates their own team.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
They're destroying it from the inside out. You're bringing a completely different.
You're bringing a chaplain, and all due respect to chaplains, they do a great job.
No, I mean, but I'm saying if Houston Texans is an acceptable sports team name, why can't Washington football team also be acceptable? They're in the same. They tell exactly. Now, I have a bigger problem with Houston, Texas. I don't know what they do. What do you do? You're from Houston, Texas. Great. Well, what do you do? You're not telling me your sports. You're not telling me. But they don't tell me they're a sports team.
Yeah, but they're retired from all the oil money that they have, so they don't have a job anymore.
That is what Texans do. They get all the oil money. They retire. They drive up stocks, and then
that's Houston Oilers. That's another good point. Why are we celebrating why don't we have a team called the Houston Rainforest Deforestation?
No. The Oiler is actually it's misnomer. It's a fish. An Oiler is a fish that people would catch in Houston. And
I guess maybe named after Euler. Well, the mathematician maybe.
Well, no, they were covered in oil, but they would eat them anyway. And that's the thing. They would cook themselves in their own goo. You didn't have to put them in a pan. You put them outside in the hot Houston sun, and they'd fry themselves. So you catch a fish, put it on the ground, and you have yourself a meal right there. So that's the thing. They were proud of that. They were proud of the oil covered fish that they would catch.
I don't think name changes are a big deal. Like you got Nashville Predators. That's its own thing. I don't know why you'd want to be called the Predators. That's got a lot of connotations. Their logo is a freaking saber-toothed tiger. They call it Nashville Saber-toothed Tigers. That's fine with me, right? Why you gotta do that, right? All kinds of freaking teams could be renamed, or their name's just stupid. After a while, people will get used to it.
That is a
Brooklyn New Yorkers.
What's the game show with Drew Carey in the mornings?
Price is Right.
That's a Price is Right kind of move. When the guy says, I'm going to bet $1,500, and the guy right for him says, I'm going to bet $14.99 on a 3-piece bedroom set that's clearly got stains. Where one of the set decorators apparently had a fun night the night before. He told his girlfriend, and he didn't realize that she was not very hygienic. And
Tommy, we're dipping into the blue stuff a little bit.
Got Tommy. A lot of, just saying that the cushions. You ever see that? They're bet on something brand new, and it doesn't look brand new on the show. And you think, you guys are falling apart. But anyway, the point is that that's to say Predators, you're like saying, okay, you know how many other Predators there are in the league? The Penguins, they're Predators. They kill fish, right? They're a fish predator.
Right. What kind of predator are we talking about here?
Well, they're trying to encompass all of them and say, screw you guys. We're going to have the best.
Let's call it Nashville Chimera. Let's call it just a Chimera.
Let's call it just God. That's just like
Nashville guys, right?
End all to end alls. You're going to one up everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
I think it's funny when a team has a powerful name, but they're not good at what they do. I think that's a misnomer. If a team is not good and then they have a powerful name, then they should be forced to rename into something weaker.
Yeah, if you're not good, you get to, you get changed into the whatever bull weevils or something like that.
The bootlickers. The hamsters, right? We need more of them.
Yep.
You talking about Price is Right, though. I know it's a tangent, but I gotta tell you, I had my great aunt Bethany. You guys never met her, but she's one of the most.
I think I've met her a few times.
I don't think so. Nobody ever met her. She was a recluse. I barely met her, right? But she was one of the most famous audience members ever on Price is Right, and she never got into it. She was never a contestant or anything, but she had this like crazy shirt on. It got a lot of attention on this one episode, and then she was making this kind of like a weird face. But if you look up like the most famous background audience member of Price is Right, you're gonna see her. That's my great aunt Bethany. Anyway, I just want to bring that up. It's near and dear to my heart.
Was that lady that had the stroke on the camera or whatnot?
No, I don't think so. That's somebody. That's the most tragic Price is Right contestant.
Yeah, there's been a few of them.
Yeah, either way, I think this lady had a weird face on her. I think this was a stroke victim.
Not a weird face. It wasn't a weird. She was just making it. It was like a adorable, like a relatable kind of face. Like, oh, me? Why is the camera looking at me? I got this shirt on. She was very cute, a very relatable person.
Was she dressed as a red panda? Was that her?
No, it's just a shirt. It was like a pink shirt with it had like some kind of fancy buttons on it. I don't know what was going on. Maybe the camera guy
fancy buttons.
had a crush on her. Anyway, well, it wasn't. The shirt got attention from a camera guy. They thought maybe she was going to be a contestant, but then they got a number mixed up, so they had the camera on her, but then it ended up being person like 2 seats behind her and over, so like they was focused on her, but then it kind of was funny because the guy jumped up to run down the aisle, but the camera didn't even see him, and instead it was looking at my aunt, who's looking like, oh, look at that guy. She was like real excited for the guy, and her joy was, enthusiasm was infectious.
Well, I'll tell you this one. I think our audience is very grateful for you sharing that story. It was very entertaining and very encouraging. Back to the name change thing. I think the Guardians are silly. We can do some other things. It still surprised me there's not a team in any major sport called the Jackals, which in my opinion is one of the scariest animals that I've ever encountered on a picnic.
I guess I would be terrified.
I mean, people don't realize like a jackal's like 15 foot tall or something like that. I may be
very, very long legs.
I'm exaggerating a little bit. If they're not 15 foot tall, I apologize. They're like 5 foot tall. It's like a big 5 foot tall dog coming at you with big old teeth and whatnot. They rip your muscles right off the bone. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And if I was going up against somebody, with a nickname Jackal, if I was playing against that team, I'd be worried about them.
If I had a sports team, I'd name it the Spiked Jackals.
That's a good one. That would. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good.
Hey, I'll do you one better. You gotta be the Demon Jackals.
That's good too. Demon Jackals.
Demon Spiked Jackals.
Spiked Jackals.
It's like a spiked jackal from the depths of hell, just coming straight for your face.
You can't lose.
DSJ.
Now, let me ask you: do you think that this name change is going to be enough to get them in the World Series? And let them win again.
No, I don't think so. You name yourself Art Deco. It's Art Deco you named yourself after. Come on,
now if they change their names to the Demon Jackals, the Demon Spike Jackals, they would be straight to
they win like 5 World Series.
I think so. I think we can get our audience here to get a little Twitter campaign going, like hashtag Demon Spike Jackals.
You heard it here first, folks. If the Cleveland Guardians change the name to the Demon Spike Jackals, 5 World Series immediately.
In a row.
And
thanks for clicking. TTFN.